C10 Talk, episode 154. Stafford's Garage and the Shakedown to SEMA.
You know what's really cool is when we stop by these gas stations in these little towns and stuff around the country, and we get these old ladies walking up to us saying, my dad had one of those, or just, you get stories from all these people, and it just shows you that the not only the enthusiasts, but just the car culture, it's alive in so many people, whether they're car or truck aficionados or anything at all. They're still, people love trucks and they love cars and they just love what we're doing. And it gives us a lot of, like, kind of a pat on the back for what we get to do. But, I mean, we love it. So we're really, really happy and excited to be part of it.
Damn, son. When you're looking for classic Chevy or GMC truck parts, brotherstrucks.com is your number one source for 1947 to 87 Chevy and GMC restoration parts. Head over to brotherstrucks.com and order your free catalog today. Whether you're looking to replace your original steering, update those old brakes, or improve your suspension and handling, Classic Performance Products has got your classic truck covered. You can save 10% by using code C10TALK at checkout. 10%. ClassicPerform.com. When you need weather stripping for your C10, don't settle for just any brand. Seal your build right and make sure you request the best. Ask for precision replacement parts from your C10 parts supplier. Demand quality, demand precision. If you're looking for aftermarket parts for your C10 truck, Pro Performance is your go-to source. They carry the top brands for wheels, brakes, suspension, and accessories. Check them out on the web at azproperformance.com. That's azproperformance.com.
Welcome to C10 Talk, your C10 truck podcast. Here's your host, Ronnie Welch.
All right. What up, C10 Nation? Happy Friday, November 1st, and hopefully you guys had a great Halloween. It's Halloween night here over at the C10 Talk studio. Wrapping it up, had a great night with the kids, and going to work on getting you guys some episode 154 with Stafford's Garage and this Shakedown to SEMA. Hopefully you've had a chance to check out 152, 153. They're essentially kind of a run-on, if you will. They're both with Boris Marianovsky of Street Machinery and Gary Case. The first one was Gary talking about style and concept. So if you think back to Sport Truck Magazine in the late 80s to 90s, Style and Concepts was, mail order for anything and everything trucks, tons of OBS, and they carried, essentially Ford, Dodge, Chevy, it all. If you wanted it, they had it. They took a lot of our money. 153 is the Global Auto Salon with Gary and Boris as well. That's the auto auction that's going to be taking place November 21st through the 27th in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Now, a lot of money and American metal headed over there. The first year, it'll be interesting to see what's the price barometer, where is that price point, and is the market soft, is the market hard, where's the money? So we have Barrett here. Obviously, we have tons of auctions that we can look at what sells and what doesn't. I do think, though, potentially the first year you could be skewed on that. You have this huge influx of American metal, rad ass American metal, amazing builds, and you get somewhat of they think, well, shit, I need to buy all this now, whereas there's potentially a 5-year contract is what Gary said, so there's a steady stream of it going to be happening. We'll see, but the first year, and then where's those price points at? So 153, check that one out. 154 is Chris Stafford, who's a previous guest on the podcast of Stafford's Garage. He's the builder of Clyde. He's the builder of Silver Fox, amongst other SEMA builds and cover truck builds. He decided he was going to do this shakedown. So not only build the SEMA truck, but drive it all the way to SEMA. Now, as of essentially yesterday, Wednesday, he had the motor tore apart. So you'll hear a little bit about that. I had interviewed him on Saturday, the week before, and then I caught up with him, and both Chris Hamilton, who are en route as we speak right now, headed on over from, as of tonight, Amarillo, Texas, over to Vegas. So Shakedown to SEMA, nothing but good vibes for those guys because they're doing it. They're beating the road, pounding the pavement, if you will, and they're making it happen. As of tonight, when I talk to them, smooth sailing. So a few tunes, a few little things, and hopefully they don't have any major hiccups and they can make it all the way. It's a big deal. It's a big feat as well. So it sounds like it might be turning into something bigger, which would be cool, and we'll kind of be standing by for that. So they're going to get into Vegas tomorrow night. Hopefully we'll be in Vegas Monday night, heading out Monday. I know a lot of the guys, Johnny G and Metal Ox, I was over there at the shop today. They are leaving on Sunday. So a lot of guys going to be getting into town Saturday and Sunday. We'll be out there Monday. Tons of content. So, most of you guys who aren't there, you'll be glued to your phones, and we'll do the best we can to provide you coverage while we're out there. If you do have something you got to see, you got to have your eyes on it, you want me to run over there, let me know, Ronnie at C10 Talk, or DM me, and I'll do the best that I can. I did find out that I will be doing some interviews for Roaster Shop while I'm out there. That ought to be fun. And we've got a couple different events to hit as well. Thursday, C10 Nation Day at United Pacific Industries, where Metal Ox, Kyle, and Johnny G, where their money shot truck, the 66, is going to be with that Cummins diesel in it that Kyle's been working on, just kicking ass. Big back window, rad-ass truck. And that's going to be in the United Pacific booth. So we will be there Thursday. That's booth 23175, I believe, Central Hall, 23175. C10 Nation Day, 11 o'clock to noon. And we're going to have some shirts and some other fun stuff that we're going to be giving away. And they are going to give away some sequential LED taillights. So that ought to be pretty bitchin'. That'll be Thursday, November 7th, Central Hall, United Pacific. So if you're in town, you're there, out there, hit us up. I know C10 Vatos is having their taco party on Wednesday night. That's later that night. And then Thursday night will be the Roadster Shop. I don't know if it's a gala, but it's definitely an awards ceremony. A lot of fun. Last year, it was kind of a VIP event where you kind of got an invite only. This year, they've opened it up. And if you're out there and you want to roll on over, then you can do that. Pretty much anybody's invited. I will repost that so you guys can check that out as soon as I remember to. So maybe mid-weekend, I'll get that out to you guys. What else do we have? So SEMA, obviously the Get Down right after SEMA. November 14th is the Thursday, is going to be the mixer at Tray 5 out at their shop. And then Friday, the 15th, is the official Get Down. I was out there today. They're doing their baskets, filling up, not their baskets, their grab bags, I should say. And they're filling them up with cards and shirts and stickers and just, it's tons of shit. So Krista's got her hands full. But a few of the things, the big thing is just be there at 11. It starts at 11. Don't be there earlier, which that's hard. I understand that because everybody wants to, jockey for spots and everything. But it's more of an all-day event now, and no booze. That was the other big thing. And there's plenty of bars around there, so you can go have a couple cocktails and come back out, I guess. But no open container booze is per the permitting and the requirement through Dino. So I think just go with the flow on that. You know what I mean? The parking, the setup, she's working her butt off, so they have a lot of stuff kind of laid out. But that's the 9th annual Dino's Chevy Only Get Down, and we're looking forward to that. And then we'll probably start into the toy drive stuff. So I know a lot of the different C10 clubs, John Oro out in Cali, Tennessee, Brian Ashley, and then Alex out El Chuco way, and I think Ruben in Texas does as well. So all you C10 clubs out there, rally up your posses, rally up your people, and, let's get these toy drives going. I know it's a little early yet, but right around the corner, November, and then December, and we will be in full toy drive mode. So I believe John's is December 8th at Pomona. So that's always a good time. We do have a couple cool stickers that we're going to offer up, and they're free at the Get Down. So come by the booth. We have one that you're really going to want to have, and the other one, hell, you're there, might as well. So come by the C10 Talk, C10 Nation, OBS Talk booth at the Get Down and grab a couple free stickers. We have 2 different ones that I want to make sure everybody gets, and you come by the booth and you grab one, and you're good to go. So one of them I'll post up again. So I'll post that up here pretty soon. I don't want to get too much buzz on it and actually build it up more than it really. It's just a damn sticker. But come by the booth. We've got a couple cool stickers for you. That's the 9th annual Get Down. And I think that's about it. Obviously, we've got a ton of stuff in stock in the store. If you want something and you're not coming out to Phoenix for the Get Down, get online, c10nation.com, c10talk.com, obstalk.com, wherever you want. They all go back down to C10 Nation, and you guys can pick up. I mean, literally, we've been stocking up on all our hats and our shirts and stuff like that because we're getting ready for the Get Down. So c10nation.com, shirts, stickers, hats. We have a couple killer new stickers coming out, and I will post those as well. But if you're listening to this, stay tuned. I've got a couple new stickers, OBS Talk stickers, I can tell you that. Obsessed, like the t-shirt, I can tell you that. And then an orange slice sticker. So those are 3 new stickers, but then we'll have those 2 stickers that you can just come by the booth and get for free, and you'll see those when I post them up. Remember, please rate and review the show, share the pod. I'm gonna beg you right now. We're gonna do a call to action. Get online and give us a rating. As of today, I'll click through it here. We were at 454. So I'm really wanting to get to 500. So let's do what we have to do. Let's get to 500. Help me get to 500. OBS Talk, C10 Talk, however you're listening and finding the show, please rate and review the show. Leave us a review. Let's get that bad boy up to 500 by the end of the year. 2019, bringing in 2020 with 500 reviews. That's my goal. All right, guys, if you need anything, you know how to get a hold of me, Ronnie at C10 Talk, and follow the pods, subscribe. Hopefully you're on Instagram and all that good stuff, social media as well. I don't know if there's much else I have for you. Let's get into the episode here. This was a fun one. I just kind of made it happen quick. A couple different interviews with Chris Stafford, one before, one on the road, and then another one with Chris Hamilton from Street Trucks. Him and his wife are driving out in the Caravan as well. Have a great week. Have a great weekend. I'll be back post SEMA with tons of content. Do what you do. Stay out of trouble. Share the pod. Live it. Love it. Late. All right, C10 Nation. Looking back, episode 30, about 4 years ago, Stafford's Garage. No stranger to not only C10 Talk, previous guest, Chris Stafford, but boy, I tell you what, kick-ass builder, SEMA builder, Street Trucks cover builder, Clyde, and Silver Fox. We're honored to have you back and talk a little bit about the Shakedown to SEMA, brother. How's it going?
All right, man. I'm, as we speak, delivering a truckload of parts to the shop for the Merlewood C10. Right in the middle of in the crunch here, getting ready for the Shakedown. As real as it gets, man.
How you looking? How you looking on time? I mean, for the audience, we're recording Saturday, the week before. This will probably drop. Let's put this out right before SEMA. This will drop, again, let's just put this out right around SEMA, the time of SEMA going on. So you've got about a week until you hit the road.
Less than a week. I think, well, it's Saturday, so we're rolling out like Wednesday.
Shit.
Yep. And we're fixing to put the windshield in the truck now and finish putting the bedwood in. We still got a good bit to do.
Okay, so you're going to work all day.
So it's down to the wire for sure.
Are you grinding up until, or are you taking time off work? I mean, you know, you're a single dad. You've got your daughter.
Yeah, I got her with me right now, actually. She's in the truck. She's going to help Daddy-O. And, yeah, I took time off work, and we're grinding all the way up until the moment we leave, I'm sure.
Okay.
Because there is no shakedown time like the ride to SEMA is the shakedown. That's why it's called the Shakedown Tour. So no days to work out the bugs. We're going to work them out on the way there.
So to give the audience a little update, you guys have worked something out here with Street Trucks, and this is a deal where you're going to drive these trucks all the way to SEMA.
Yep, that's a fact. So big group of guys, I mean, not a big group of guys, but like several different builders showed interest in doing this with us. Me, Popeye's Rod Shop, the guys from Street Trucks, they're going to tag along and get everything captured for us and do a little write-up on it. It was just an idea. It's just something I've always wanted to do is, it's one thing to like build a truck, bring it to SEMA, you know, and not have the bugs worked out and it not really be, I haven't brought one to SEMA like that didn't run and drive, but I haven't brought one, like I don't know, I guess it's hard to explain. Like you can bring one there and it'd be like 85% complete, you know, and it's no big deal. But to actually have something that's road tested, proven, and show quality top to bottom, it's so far it's proved to be a hell of a feat. Try to make that happen, and we won't know until we hit the road and get there whether or not we did it or not. You know, that's kind of the thing. We still don't know whether or not we're going to be 100% successful because, like I said, the when we get there, that's going to be, I mean, on the way there, that's the shakedown for the builds. Like I said, these trucks still aren't done. We're still cranking on them right now. Bye-bye still working on the 40 Ford COE. I'm still working on the C10. It's going to be a hell of an adventure, I'm sure.
Well, and there's a whole added stress to this. I mean, from my experience at eastbound and down to the throwdown, you know, there's a lot of pressure driving these old trucks all the way across country, or in my case, you know, it's about 1,400 miles. In your guys' case, you're going all the way East Coast, down south, coming all the way up to Vegas. There's going to be some stress there. And it's one thing for the audience, not a lot of these guys, because it's hard to tell, but some of these builds, they're at SEMA. Sometimes they're not even under their own power. Now, being under your own power and driving into SEMA, driving in, driving out, because the trucks don't move around that much. They get in, they're displayed, they're positioned, they're parked, and then they pull them out at the end. This is a truck or a series of trucks that's going to be driving all the way across the country. You got your window rolled down or what, man? You sound like you're on the way, shakedown to SEMA already.
No, I wish we were.
Yeah,
I had to put you on speakerphone. We're actually working a little bit here.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, here's what we should do. This is what I'm going to do because I've got the Saudi stuff I'm going to drop. I think what we'll do is I'll check back with you guys on Wednesday, Thursday, and maybe get a little audio from you and then drop this on, like, say, Friday coming up so we can get a little progress from you and tie that into the episode. That'll be cool. Now, again, going back to the description of this, the shakedown to SEMA, it started out and there was probably, was there 6 trucks, Chris? And I want to give the audience a little idea here. Chris is a builder of not only Silver Fox, but Clyde. So both of these trucks that he's got a history of being a builder are extremely high level cover trucks. Both were cover trucks and both were SEMA trucks. So this is no new feat from a SEMA builder, just that you're actually driving it all the way across the country.
Yep. This, like I said, never done anything like this before. With Silver Fox, the most it got driven was like before SEMA, of course, was like on the trailer, off the trailer in Vegas. We drove it to registration, did the SEMA cruise to SEMA Ignited, which, I mean, you talk maybe 30 or 40 miles, and then we put it on a trailer and brought it back home. And then like the whole way home, I was thinking like, man, all that scenery, all the views from Arizona and Mexico, like, man, it'd be so much cooler if we were driving the truck. And then that's kind of what brought this whole thing to life, like, man, this whole trip would be so much cooler if we were driving the truck instead of having it on a trailer,
Yeah. And I remember a few years back,
the experience riding in a 50-year-old truck is different.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, it's going to be crazy. Now, are you guys going to have a little bit of a fleet series with you, some sort of big truck with a trailer, just in case you break down? What's your thoughts on that?
So we got a dude that just recently linked up with us. He's got a Ford F-250. He's calling Project Valhalla, or Valhalla, however you say it. And he's got this thing tricked out with all kind of tools and onboard air and all this stuff that could help us. That's basically going to be like a service vehicle for us. He's going to link up with us over at Painless in Dallas, and he's going to make the rest of the trip with us. And it's only like 6 hours to Dallas, so basically got to make it to Dallas on our own. And then after that, we'll have like a tail vehicle with us, if you will. And then the street trucks crew, they'll be in their rental, with all their media gear. But that's, other than that, just us and the trucks. And,
okay. So
we can't really put much in the vehicles because we don't want to, scratch anything up or mess anything up, So we don't really have many tools coming with us either. Probably some basic hand tools. That'd be it.
Yeah, that's you guys are the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat on this, and we're going to be watching this closely. Now, are Chris and Nicole Hamilton from Street Trucks, they're starting out all the way in Florida, and then they're linking up with you?
That is correct. They are going to start, I believe it's Acola, Florida is how you pronounce it. And I think it's 8 hours from there to us. And then we're linking up with them here in Lafayette over at Bayou Garage. We're going to hang out there. Got some local hot riders going to come meet and greet us if we have any issues. If we had any issues between here and there, which is probably 2.5, 3 hours from where I live to Bayou Garage, we'll have people there to help us, work out kinks or whatever that night. And then we're going to roll up the next morning and head out to Dallas.
So you're saying,
so they'll be cruising like 8 hours on their own.
You're saying Bayou Garage, is that where you're meeting up?
Yeah, we're meeting up at our second stop is, well, actually it's going to be like the first stop, Bayou Garage in Lafayette.
Yeah, it seems like you're saying Vi, but I feel like you're saying B as in boy. You, I don't know if you have your AC on or the window down, but I'm picking up a lot of, a lot of wind blowing. So unfortunately, we're kind of hearing that again. Like I said, it's going to be kind of cool because we're going to get some of that as you're driving, on the Shakedown to SEMA. So turn your AC off if you can and roll your window up. I guess we'll see how that changes it. So you're going to meet up in Lafayette. And then from there, you're going to get over to Painless. At Painless, you're going to meet up with a guy that's got a big truck that can kind of, help escort you. Now, is his truck a SEMA truck as well, or is it just a guy that wants to tag along and kind of experience the journey?
No, his truck is also a SEMA build. It's a Ford F-250. He's calling it Project Valhalla.
Valhalla? Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's how you spell it. Valhalla.
Yeah, it sounds cool. I like the way you say it, though.
Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's how you say it. I mean,
So you guys started with 6, South, so, and you ended up. How many are going? How many are going to make the trip? How many of the first 6 are going? You and Popeyes, and who else? Who's the third?
That's it. Me and Popeye are the only ones making it from the original crew, and then the Project Valhalla dude, he kind of got on, and then there's Nicole has the other guys. There are a few other dudes that are going to tag along with us. And of course, anybody out there that's heading that way, even if you got your stuff on a trailer, you're more than welcome to hop in and convoy with us. We're stopping in Dallas Thursday, so at Painless. I think we're going to be there around 2 or 3 o'clock in the evening over at Painless. State will be there for several hours before we hit the road again. So anybody's welcome to join in if they want, But as far as from the original group, pretty much just 2 of us making it, and that's me and Popeye.
But you guys have a long history of working together. You guys, I always feel like you guys are somewhat tied together in your previous builds. You guys have, done a lot together.
Yeah, Popeye does all my chassis work all the time. He didn't do anything on the Burley Woods truck. I tackled that all on my own, but it wasn't a full chassis. We were just basically using the stock frame, and then we, just put air ride components on the stock frame. But anytime I build a full chassis or like need some sheet metal, like some custom sheet metal work done or stuff like that, he comes on board and knocks it out for me. Because dude is a metal magician. So yeah, and then me and him are close friends too. So we work very well together, and he usually does something on every project. He actually did the exhaust on Burley Woods. I brought it to him after work one night this week. 6 hours round trip to bring it to him and come home, and then did another 6 hours round trip after work the night before last to go pick it up from him because he did the full stainless exhaust system on this thing and got it all TIG welded up for me. Popeye, we always work on all the projects together pretty much.
So he's got a COE. Is he going to have a car or anything on the back? I know sometimes when we saw the different renderings and the media on it, there was a car that was also going to be on the back. Is that still the case?
So we were originally going to do Popeye's 54 tin Woody wagon on the back of it. Mm-hmm. And myself and Popeye both had a lot of personal things come up in life this year. So we decided we were going to wait, save that, we'll do that one, finish it up next year. That way you don't rush it, and like it's his personal car. He really wants it to be nice. You know, it's not for a customer.
Totally.
You know, so and then it's kind of like his pride and joy. So he really wants to spend time on it, and he didn't want to rush it. So and then it took a little of the pressure off too, trying to because he's a one-man show. Him trying to do the COE and the car, and then I don't know if you guys know, but the only thing he started with the COE was the cab itself. There was nothing in it, no motor, no transmission. Literally everything was built by Popeye. The bed, the frame, everything on that truck was made by hand by him from scratch. So, like I said, it just took a little pressure off to not do that. And then we found another buddy of ours, David Broussard, was building a super rad 54 four-door Bel Air. And that's actually what's going to go on the back of it once we get to SEMA. But David Broussard is actually driving his 54 Bel Air out there with us. It's a 54 Bel Air with an LS1 in it and all. So he's making the trip with us. So we'll be driving. Of course, he's not a truck, so it's not it wasn't put out there like in Street Trucks magazine and all that stuff like the rest of it was. But he is coming with us. It's a super rad car. We'll have tons of pictures of it on our social media.
Cool. Okay. So yeah,
that's where we end up on the back of the COE.
Yeah, that's bitching. Well, and I like how you bring up some of the personal stuff in the perspective that when you sit down to come up with an idea, come up with a plan, and you're like, okay, we're going to drive across country. We're going to drive. Casey Matthew did it a few years back, and we're going to drive these old trucks, old cars across country, and we're going to go to SEMA. And you get together with, a couple guys, and you're like, yeah, let's do it. It sounds great. Well, I don't know if it's just a DNA that is built into men that's not quite there on women, which is probably a good thing. But I don't know, man. Sometimes I sit down and I think of these great ideas, and they look good on paper. They sound great. But then you have that actual life happening, and life happens whether you want it to happen or not. Kids get sick, work projects, relationship projects. There's so many other things that go on. And again, I could tell you I'm this way, is like, oh yeah, none of that's going to happen. Life is perfect and I'll get all this done. And then it does happen. And then it makes things more stressful, and which just makes life itself even, a little more hairier, if you will. So for you guys to get Burley Woods done, to get the Popeyes, COE done, and continue along the journey, my hat is off to you. Even though, maybe it started with 6 and you ended up with 2 or 3 or however, you're still doing it, and it's going to be fun to watch, and it's going to be a cool adventure.
Yeah, and that's what I said from the beginning. Even if it ends up being 1 or 2 people, we're still going to do it, and it's still going to be fun. We're still going to have a kick-ass time. And worst come to worst, we end up on the back of a trailer getting there, but it's still going to be a hell of an adventure either way, and we gave it our best shot. And even if we don't make it, we'll try again next year,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You definitely
all the way there. You know what I mean? If we don't, so.
You are a glutton for punishment. I've talked to you a few different times in some of these builds that you do have a hunger for that, which is cool, because guys like you that are out there just grinding, make it fun for us to watch. And you've taken you've kind of opened yourself up, really, if you think about it. Some guys will say, all right, I'll build this SEMA truck and I'll get it up there. You have taken it a whole different, kind of deeper length to say, oh, not only am I going to build a C10 for SEMA, I'm going to drive it all the way to SEMA. C10 Nation, let me tell you about my buddies Travis, his dad Jack, a.k.a. Dad, and Nick. They run Pro Performance, AZ Pro Performance. They're active in our community. They're C10 guys. They're always working on new stuff, like their new suspension line, React Suspension. They're master dealers for AccuAir, Dakota Digital, Bear, Boyd Welding, Vintage Air, and many more. They're C10 specialists and stock many fast-moving products backed by their stellar customer service. Not only do they sell C10 parts, but they live and breathe C10s and are very active in our community. Like I said, look for them at your next truck show. Nick might be there if they let him out, but usually Travis and his dad, Jack, and they want to talk to you and help you out with your C10 project. Follow them on Instagram, Facebook, and you can also check out their Facebook group called C10 Addiction. So check them out and let them know that I sent you. Hey guys, I've got Kathy White, Classic Performance Products, CPP on the line. Kathy, how's it going?
Hey, Ronnie, what's up?
What's up? What's new?
We've got a ton of things for the C10 community. First things first, our 2.5-inch Extreme X10 drop spindle. So we've upgraded the current modular spindle to modern technology. This new X10 spindle is a one-piece forged, but it utilizes strong, modern, bolt-in, internally sealed bearing hub assembly. So it's low maintenance. It doesn't move the wheels out, and you can use big brakes from us or any aftermarket big brakes out there in the market.
That's awesome. What else is new?
So we have actually gone back and redesigned our aluminum fuel tanks. As you know, our fuel tanks are the thickest, strongest, and largest capacity in the industry. But now you can actually use the same tank for either a carbureted or a fuel injection application. 63 to 72, it's 20 gallons, and for 73 and newer, 22-gallon capacity.
How about that coilover kit? You guys must be killing it with that thing.
That is such a great kit. It's fully bolt-on. It's easy to install. Strongest tubular arms in the market, available with either upper and lower or just the lowers or just a coilover kit by themselves. All the mounting brackets that you need, and it also comes with dual adjustable coilover shocks. So it's really responsive. It's up to you however you want to tune the compression or the rebound. It's perfect if you're just cruising on the streets, and it's proven on the track.
Well, that's what we like. So if you need spindles, the new X10, fuel tanks, coilovers, they've got it. Classic Performance Products, CPP. And don't forget, use code C10TALK, C10TALK at checkout and save 10%. Thanks, Kathy.
Thank you, Ronnie.
Kind of deeper length to say, oh, not only am I going to build a C10 for SEMA, I'm going to drive it all the way to SEMA from, Lafayette.
Yeah, definitely a glutton for punishment. And then when I come up with these ideas, I don't even take into consideration that, I'm in the military, and then I live in Louisiana, so we have storms happen. Of course, this year we had a storm happen, which took me out of the fight for a little while. And then, of course, the Army pops up and we're sending you to this training for 4 weeks. And that takes a month out of the equation. And so, yeah, I guess you could say I'm definitely a glutton for punishment. But I love it, and I wouldn't do anything else. I mean, that's what makes our scene so great. We're just, I don't know, we just all so passionate about this. And I don't know. I don't see myself ever stopping. I love this shit, so.
I agree, and I'm glad that you are the builder that you are and that you grind the way that you do. Whatever happened with that Dodge, I really, really wanted to see that old Dodge. It was going to be kind of have that utility bed on it. What were they calling it? The Whiskey Chaser. That thing just, Dallas Maynard, just didn't end up working out, or he just, again, life got in the way.
I believe the problem is that Dallas is a business owner, and I believe he's a one-man show also. And then it basically come down to his spot didn't work out, like the spot that he had lined up for SEMA. And then, with him being a business owner, basically he shuts his shop down for, 10 or 11 days, and there's no money coming in for this 10 or 11 days. So I'm pretty sure when he lost the spot, it kind of just, he was like, well, it just wasn't meant to be. So, he's still going to finish that truck. And maybe he'll make it out with us next year.
Good.
But
it's a cool truck.
Wasn't in the cards this year.
Yeah, it's a cool truck, and that's honestly
he's
something.
Still going to finish it.
Yeah, it's something to not even that I'm not even thinking about, and I'm glad you mentioned it. It's like, hey, these guys are building these. They submit their idea, they submit their plan, and just because they do and they say they're going to build it, there's a lot of builders that don't have secured spots, and it does seem. CTP Travis will be in AccuAir's Car Corral this year, and we interviewed him last year for SEMA Builds, and he was all excited getting to get his his big C50, and the spots don't come through all the time. So that's a great point that you spend all this time, energy, and we're not going to fill the spot, or you're not going to make it. It's like, well, I got bills to pay, so I'm going back to working the real job then, because I'm not going to bust my ass if I don't have a spot.
Yeah, exactly. That's one thing I'm fortunate about, is I'm taking vacation time to come to SEMA, but even Popeye, he's shutting his shop down the entire time he's in Vegas. So there's no money coming in, for that, so he's got to plan financially for that also, to shut his shop down for 10 or 11 days. which is, I mean, that's one thing I don't have to deal with. You know, I work for the military. I take my leave. I tell them ahead of time, and you know, while I'm in Vegas, I'm still getting paid.
Yeah,
so,
for sure. Now, what spot are you going to be in?
Just doing this as a hobby. We're a feature vehicle for precision replacement parts this year.
Okay.
With the 63 C10. Yep. So, and then the COE will be in the feature spot for Engaged Media, which is street trucks.
Yeah. Now, did you say that Nicole has a vehicle too, or something that they're going to drive out, or another, like a show style car, or they just got a rental?
They just got a rental. So, but Nicole is building an OBS. I think we had talked maybe she's going to think about bringing that next year, maybe.
Okay.
But yeah, she's built. She has her own build in OBS.
Cool.
That she's working on.
Now, is this something that you think, Chris, that you would want to continue to do? So there'll be a Shakedown to SEMA every year? I mean, that's kind of crazy.
I'm thinking about doing it at least every year, every other year, because I mean, I don't know. I just enjoy hopping in something old and cruising across the country. That's just something extremely cool about that to me. I've always, and then another thing too is I've always enjoyed the road trip to the car shows a lot more than the car shows themselves, I guess you could say. I like the car show, but the cruise out there is always cooler because, to me, you know, I like that. That's my favorite part. So I don't know. I think I'll definitely probably do it again next year, and anybody's welcome to join that thinks they can meet the challenge, I guess you would say.
100%. Yeah, that's a big challenge. I think what's cool, or something that kind of has to be added in, is I could see you doing it every year. I just don't know that the level of a SEMA build could be done every year. That's the problem. Is sure, driving, you know, Yellowstone, Orange Slice, whatever truck over to Texas, over to SEMA, but to build it to that level, to your level, and to think about Clyde and think about Silver Fox and think about Burley Woods. For the audience, those are the 3 C10s. Plus you had your big truck that you brought that one year, Big Bad Country. It was a newer style truck. Those are high level builds. And, I think once you get to that caliber, you know, to build a 7, okay, we can build a 7 and drive across country every year. But to build a 9+ the way that you do, 10, 11, Clyde, I mean, give me a break. Silver Fox, you know, I freaking sat around and just gazed at that interior for 2 hours at SEMA a few years back. So to build it to that level, you're crazy, man. You're crazy to do it every year. I could see every other year, and then maybe you and Popeye rotate. That's what you should do. You guys find a group of guys that rotate every year. Yeah,
and usually our builds run to like, I don't know, it was like 18 months on Silver Fox, and we're at about 18 months on Burley Woods. Clyde was several year build. So I guess I hadn't really taken that into consideration, but next year we're pretty much lined up because Popeye is a pretty good ways on his wagon, and then my 59 is over at Michael Lee's, and it's pretty well in primer. So you know, I'll have plenty of time on it. Hopefully, well, I always say that, but it always comes down to the wire. But hopefully, I'll have plenty of time on it, and we'll be able to do this at least again next year, and then you know maybe take a year off. But I'm not opposed to, like, you know, Street Trucks wants to do it and head it up, you know, for a year without me, and I sit out for a year. Or maybe I just ride along and not build something every single year. I'm cool with it. And, you know, it's, you know, we're not making any money off this. So if you still want to call it the Shakedown, you know, even though whatever, I mean, I don't care. It's just about builders hopping in their stuff, driving it across the country, having a good time. You know, that's what it's really all about. Enjoying the views, cruising in a 50-plus-year-old truck or car. You know, or not a 50-plus-year-old truck or car, just something that they built and that they're taking it to SEMA, and you're proving to yourself and everybody else that you didn't just build a show car, you built something you can drive too. That's super cool to me. And whether it's one of my builds or not, I hope it still goes on every year, you know, with or without me.
I think it will. I think it'll be motivating for you to sit in another car, and that would be that's some good therapy too, to take a 6 months off, and then you could almost always have one in the waiting. I mean, your Apache, you've been building that for 3 years. So, I mean, you could always have one kind of in the waiting, depending on money, because you and I have talked about that. Sometimes you have to sell a damn truck or a few trucks to build a truck. And so really, you could almost have, for example, your 59 ready for 2020, and then you need to start another one within reason for 2021 or 2022, and then you sit shotgun in 2021 and take a break, and then I guarantee you, knowing you'll be halfway across the country in 2021. You'll be so motivated because you don't like not being behind the wheel or being the builder, and that'll get you going, and so there's a good balance here. We don't want to see guys kill themselves, but at the same time, there's plenty of builders, plenty of trucks, and let's keep this thing going. If you're out there in the audience and you want to be part of, Chris's Shakedown to SEMA and the Stafford Garage adventure, then, come out of the woodwork. Just like Eastbound and Down, we started the first year, we only had like 3 guys make the trek. Last year, we had like literally almost 14 vehicles, and it grows as people know more about it. So I think the more people know about Stafford's Garage and Street Truck Shakedown to SEMA coming from the East Coast over to the West Coast, or I could see even guys maybe trying to do it from the West Coast and working their way up, just like Casey did from Texas. So it'll be fun, and with the marketing and the media, you'll have plenty of guys that'll want to take a stab at it.
Yeah, and if they want to do their own thing, you don't have to join in with us. But even if we just inspire somebody else, and they want to make the trip by themselves, but they just want to do it, hey, that's still cool to me. You know what I mean? I want to hear about it. You know what I mean? Shoot me a DM. Let me know you're doing it. I just want to know about it.
Sure.
It ain't about me. I just want to see people getting their stuff and drive it.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool to me.
It is a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun getting these things, but there's an added pressure knowing, hey, I've got to get this thing, all the way on the road. There's a pressure there from the perspective of just finishing it and putting on a trailer. Now I got to finish it and put it on the road. So my hat's off to you guys. It's going to be fun. So break down the days again. So you're leaving Wednesday, and what the hell? That's like the 30th, right?
Yeah. So the 30th, I'll be leaving Bogalusa, which is 2.5 hours, like 2.5, 3 hours from Lafayette, and heading over there. And then, of course, the Street Trucks crew will be coming from Florida. They are driving. They're driving a rental, but they're driving over. They're going to meet me and Popeye at Bayou Garage in Lafayette that night. We'll tinker with whatever, any kind of bugs we need to work out that night, tinker with that, stay the night in Lafayette, hop up the next morning, and then make the trek from Lafayette to Dallas at the Painless Wiring headquarters. We're going to do like a little tour of their facility, and there's going to be like some guys get together, hang out in the parking lot type deal, fix anything we need to fix. If anything broke, or if we need to look at anything, or if even nothing broke, we just do a once over. And then we're going to be there for several hours, probably 2, 3, maybe 4 hours. And then we're going to hit the road to Amarillo. We don't have an official stop in Amarillo. We weren't able to find anybody out there that wanted to host us. But that's pretty much our halfway mark for the trip. We're going to stay the night there, and then we'll get up the next morning, and we'll leave from Amarillo and then make a 12-hour trek, I believe it is, from Amarillo all the way to the new Flow headquarters in Vegas. Flow Automotive, it's their new shop that Flow opened up to do full builds, and they are actually our headlining sponsor for the tour this year. And then we're going to have like a party there at Flow that night. Everybody's going to hang out, do another once over their stuff, and then that'll be like November the 1st, I think, is what that's the date on that. So we're supposed to get the Flow at like probably like 5 or 6 in the evening. Hang out there. Hopefully it'll be nice and relaxing. We're not fixing a bunch of broke stuff. Pop a top, enjoy our victory, drink some beers, hang out with some like-minded car guys, clean up the rigs, and get them ready for registration, which is the next morning. I think we're going to be in line at like 11 over at the convention center on the 2nd. So that's our schedule.
Dude, I'm not okay. So Wednesday the 30th. Let me look at this. The 30th, you're going to, I almost think you might be ahead in the 29th, but okay, so the 30th is Wednesday. You're going to leave the Bayou Garage, and you're leaving, let's just say, what, noon? You're going to leave, or you're going to leave sometime Wednesday. You're going to drive to Dallas, and then that's going to be Thursday is what you're thinking, to be at Painless?
Thursday morning, we're leaving Bayou Garage and heading to Painless in Dallas.
Okay, so that's going to be the 31st then. So you're gonna meet.
So we're staying the night.
Yeah, down in Lafayette, down at the Bayou Garage.
We're staying the night Wednesday over down Lafayette.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
So you're gonna go Thursday from Dallas midday, drive up to Amarillo, spend the night, get up early Friday, and then Friday's your big day. Friday's your day. You're gonna need to freaking beat it all the way over to. You're really going to go from northern Texas on the 40 for the audience. I-40 is a sweet little road. You can make that trek all the way. So you're going from Amarillo all the way over to, you'll go to Kingman, and then you'll head up. So yeah, that's going to be a big day Friday. I can't wait to see how that all works out. Friday night at Flow.
Yeah, that's what we're going to find out if stuff's going to overheat. That's going to be the real test right there. That's 12 hours of driving. With no stops in between, pretty much, other than just for fuel.
I got to look this shit up. I just did this drive a couple weeks ago because I was up in Oklahoma City at Marquay, and then I hit the 40, went through Amarillo and or Amarillo. If you talk to those guys, they say Amarillo. And I got a guy for you. I'm going to put you up. Amarillo. Yeah, Amarillo. I'm going to put you with a guy. I'm going to give you his number. Great guy, Ben Dollar. He's got that really, well, he's got a few really nice trucks, but he just built a really nice shop, and I guarantee you he'd love to have you guys. So I will see what his schedule looks like, but he's got that 80, does he call it Dorothy? No, I think Dorothy's the other one. Oh, yeah, Dorothy is Billy Gregg's. This is, what the hell does he call that? It's a dually with the Duramax in it. I forget what he calls it because it's named after the lady here, but let me look here. Amarillo, I gotta see how far this is saying on my phone. Amarillo, Texas to Las Vegas. Let's see what it says. Oh, you guys are crazy because I just did this shit, man. So let's go to Las Vegas, Nevada. Now, the one thing you do have working, 12 hours, 11 hours and 59 minutes, 863 miles. Now let me just give you, so 12 hours, the good thing about that is you're going to have the clock working for you, because you're going to be gaining time, and you're going to need that for fuel stops and everything else. So that's going to be a crazy day on Friday, November 1st.
Yeah, I think we figured it out. We're like, damn, it's going to be late getting there, and then we're like, oh, we go through 2 time zones. So
yeah,
we got like 2 hours there, I think, is what we're going to lose or gain or whatever.
Yeah, so, you'll gain it, and you'll need it because your 12 hours, you're gonna need it for fuel stops, P breaks, adjustments, check the oil, grab some chicharrones and a soda, and yeah, for sure, it'll be a fun day. That'll be a fun. That's gonna be the Shakedown day for sure.
Yep, that's it. Yeah, we'll definitely be swapping drivers around a little bit that day.
Now, do you have somebody going with you, sitting shotgun with you?
Yeah, it's gonna be Joe Slade, the owner of the truck. The owner of the Burleywood C10.
Mm-hmm.
We built it, but it's his truck.
Cool.
So he's actually making the ride with me. We're gonna be swapping seats, taking turns driving. He's actually here with me right now at the garage, helping me work on his truck.
Good. Yeah, he wants to get it done too.
Him and his family, he's here. His father-in-law's here. His wife's here. His kids here. They're all here watching the truck come together in the final hours, I guess you would say.
Yeah, there's a little pressure there too, right? You're just trying to get it done.
That's it.
Okay, well,
that's it. We haven't even fired this thing off yet.
Oh my God! Now it's got a 5.3.
We put a 5.7 in it. We found a super low mile, like 30,000 mile, all aluminum 5.7 out of a Corvette at a local Corvette place over here, and we bought it, and that's what we stuck in it. So it's got an actual first gen LS1 in it.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, that's cool. And so that's all throttle body then, right?
No, it's fuel injected. It's got it's like I said, it's the first gen of the LS1, so it's fuel injected.
Okay.
Like it's got 8 injectors. It's not just a regular throttle body.
Okay, good. For the audience, you can follow Chris at Stafford's Garage, and there's an underscore there somewhere. So Stafford's _ garage.
Underscore.
Yeah.
Yep.
STAFFORDS _ garage. And Popeyes, what's Popeyes? I don't remember theirs offhand. Popeyes Garage?
It's just Popeye's Rod Shop.
Okay, Popeyes Rod Shop. And actually,
Popeye's Rod Shop.
It's one. It looks like it's all one. So Popeye's Rod Shop, obviously Engaged Media, Street Trucks. And then they also have a website, which is shakedowntour.com. All one word, shakedowntour.com. Chris, for not only you, but the Hamiltons and Popeyes, let's, Godspeed ahead. I hope it goes well. You guys we'll check in with you at Precision Replacement Parts. You're going to be a vehicle in, so probably outside then for them? A feature vehicle?
Yeah, we'll be outside for Precision.
Okay. And then Popeyes as well for Engaged Media.
Where it's at.
Okay, perfect. Well, let's check back in. I'm going to check back in with you guys this week, maybe Thursday or Friday, and I'll give you a call, and we'll lay down 5 or 10 minutes, and then I'll put the episode out right after that. And then I'm going to send you over a couple, one guy for sure, and maybe see if you guys can hook up with them in Amarillo.
Cool. I look forward to it.
Okay, good dudes, man. Good dudes doing great things and great dudes doing good things, however you want to look at it. But either way, remember that sometimes the journey is more important than the destination, and the trucks are cool, but the people are cooler. And I tell you what, man, you epitomize that. When it comes to hardworking dudes, military, just out there grinding, you've got a resume that speaks for itself. Chris, thanks for taking time to sit down and talk to us, and good luck this week. And if there's anything I can do all the way in Arizona, you let me know.
All right, bro. I appreciate it.
All right, get back to work. Giving Chris Hamilton a little call here. Yo.
What's up, man?
Dude, I got you, man. I hit the record button. I want to see how you guys are doing.
Yeah, we're booking it. That's for sure. We just left Painless Wiring, and we're headed towards the Albuquerque. No, Amarillo.
Oh, Amarillo. Yeah. Did you guys hook up with Ben Dollar? I gave Chris all my his info. Do you know if you're going to hook up with him tonight?
For the tune?
No, but he probably has a tuner there. It was just a touch base, hotel, and a place to stay. So, I
don't know.
Yeah, nonetheless, you guys are on the road. I know you and I had been texting a little bit, and it sounds like it's been kind of hectic.
Yeah, Chris had some issues with the tune. He ended up having a bad, I think it was an airflow sensor or something like that, but he knew a guy in Texas, and they swapped it out and tuned it right. Now he's back on the road too, so that went well. And we just stopped by and talked to Andrew over at Painless Wiring. He gave us a whole tour of the place and showed us how they make all their harnesses. And I didn't realize it, but the square body is their number one selling harness in their entire company, which is pretty crazy.
Yeah, they're hot, right?
Yeah, they're super hot, but it was super cool to see. They stripe all their own wires and everything there. It's pretty nuts what they do over there, but yeah, so we just left there, and sun's setting right now. I've got an orange sky, and I'm behind a COE and a Bel Air, and we're just cooking down the road. So
that means Popeye obviously made it as well, and he's running hot.
Yep, he's running good, and we're meeting up with one more guy at the hotel that's got a big lifted truck, and he's going to follow us the rest of the way tomorrow. And we should be hitting Las Vegas and Flow Air Ride tomorrow at around 4:00, hopefully.
Wow, you guys are booking for the audience. Halloween night. I talked to Chris Stafford a few days ago. I'll give him a ring here and see if he picks up. I just thought I'd check in with you guys. I know there's been, a few things. Chris literally tore into his motor like last night. And you guys are on the road, and it's the journey is always more captivating, more exciting usually, whether you like it to be or not.
Yeah, definitely. And we were just talking about that, about driving the truck as opposed to trailering it and stuff. And I was telling Nicole, like, Chris has a ton of pride behind the trucks that he builds, which he should, and he's proud to be able to drive them there. And if it takes some cranking in the middle of the night before he leaves and all that, he wants to make sure it's done. And there's a lot of you get a lot of clout when you drive something across country to take the SEMA and have a flawless trip, and all you need is a tune. But other than that, everything went great. So that really shows the craftsmanship behind his work and how dedicated and everything he is to it. So I think that's impressive.
Yeah, I agree 100%. And just for the audience, I kind of just I hit the send button, and we're recording. We have Chris Hamilton, Nicole Hamilton. They're driving east to west, and SEMA 2019, the Shakedown Tour. This is something you guys, you kind of come up with it, and then you market it, and then it's actually happening. Now, maybe there's not as many trucks as you'd initially have hoped. Life just gets in the way of that kind of stuff, but you've got a few trucks. And then it's cool, too, to see that few more trucks have now jumped into the mix.
Yep. Yeah, no doubt. And there had a couple of trucks that had a few issues, but then a few trucks, SEMA was just overbooked this year, which is crazy. So we get a certain amount of trucks that we can apply for feature spots. And then anything after those guaranteed spots, it's just basically like a lottery almost. And one of the trucks that was going to be pretty much completely done just didn't get pulled, so he didn't have a spot. But Chuck C is like right behind us down the road. We're hoping that he's going to kind of meet up with us.
So how's the response been now that you guys are on the road? You have the media of not only, your personal accounts, both of you, your street trucks, and the journey. How's the response been so far, from the community?
The response has been killer. A lot of people have been reaching out to Nicole, whether it's on her personal page or the Shakedown page. And then now that we've been on it, we've been getting a ton of messages on the street trucks page, just people saying how cool they think the tour is and how they'd love to be involved in something like that in the years to come, which we hope to do it again next year, obviously. And if everything works out, we'll plan this all out. She'll have all the stops laid out and all the times laid out, so more people can get involved next year, and then just keep this going every year. And it's just an enthusiast thing. It's just something fun to do. There's no obligations and there's no fees or anything like that. It's just something fun to do. Go across country, even if you're not showing your truck. If you're planning on going to SEMA or trailering it or anything, just go along for the ride and do a cross-country road trip. I mean, how many people love doing that kind of stuff or have wanted to do that,
Hell yeah. And some of them, like you said, this is an enthusiast style event. So meet up, shake some hands, have some dinner, and get to see some really rad builds, whether that's cars, whether that's trucks, and just meeting the people. So kudos to you guys for not only getting behind it, Chris and Nicole, but supporting it. And then it's one thing to be sitting, back in Florida. You guys are on the trip. I mean, how fun is that?
Yeah. That's awesome, man. Yeah, and tomorrow we're going to go to Cadillac Ranch. We've wanted to go to that forever. And then just, what's really cool is when we stop by these gas stations in these little towns and stuff around the country, and we get these old ladies walking up to us saying, my dad had one of those, or just, you get stories from all these people, and it just shows you that the not only the enthusiasts, but just the car culture, it's alive in so many people, whether they're car or truck aficionados or anything at all. They're still... People love trucks and they love cars and they just love what we're doing. And it gives us a lot of kind of a pat on the back for what we get to do. But I mean, we love it. So we're really, really happy and excited to be part of it.
You bring up a great point. In the world we live in, sometimes we forget it's not just that, it's a car or a truck and it's so beautiful, but people drove the shit out of these things and you're driving them. Yeah. So it's that journey where you're sitting in that car, you're smelling the fuel, you're rolling the window down. And you guys on the 40, you guys are going to be on I-40. I-40 has a lot of Route 66, especially in Arizona. So that'll be cool too. You'll hit a few small towns that'll definitely take you back as you get ready to go to Kingman and then work your way on up to Vegas.
Yes, sir. I can't wait. It's going to be so fun.
Okay, brother. Well, Godspeed, both of you guys, not only your whole crew, but you and Nicole and what you're doing. And we just love the passion and that people are behind it. And I just thought I'd check in before I head out tonight for the audience. It's Halloween right now. I hope I can drop this tomorrow, get a little bit more buzz behind you guys. And I'm going to go do some trick-or-treating. So you guys have fun, be safe. And I guess, how long till Amarillo? An hour or two?
No, we're 3 hours out still.
Okay, 3 hours out.
We got a little.
Ooh, I might have lost them right there.
I really appreciate the way that you guys have been coming back to us and talking to us about that and showing us that you're following it. And it just shows us that what we're doing is not only impacting readers, but, even industry influencers or whatever you want to consider it. People think this is cool, and it's something that we should be doing, and it just makes it worth it for us.
100%, and we appreciate you doing it, because what it does, it brings the enthusiasts, it brings everybody into it, and it kind of just you grab more people. And even how cool when you, and if you haven't had it yet, you will, especially tomorrow on the 40. But you'll drive, and for me personally, when I've been in little convoys like that where we're shaking things down, we're running to LST, and you get 4 or 5 trucks on the road, old school classic trucks, people will freaking shit their pants, man. They'll be honking, waving, and just, you name it, you see the power. So like you said, the little old granny down the road, but these are kids and, men and women and husbands and wives, and they're waving and like, awesome, you guys are driving these cool trucks. And that's a powerful feeling. Yeah,
man, it's that American spirit, to be honest with you. Like, all these older people, they still have that love for these old classic American cars and seeing them on the road still, and it just brings them back to their time. And that's deep inside of all these people, whether they own one or not. It's all still there. And just the whole car culture in general it's so alive, and it's so well, and it's so cool to see it firsthand going across country. We're really enjoying this. This is really, really cool.
Okay, brother. So I assume both you and Nicole will be over there at the Engage Media booth, SEMA 2019. What's going on with Street and the Builder's Guide? Anything? We'll get you here, and I'll let you go. Give me another minute. And what do you got going? What should we tell the listener to look forward to, besides constantly telling them it's a smoking deal if you subscribe to both?
Yeah, it is. It really is, especially if you go the 3-year route. So print is alive and well in our industry and in our company. Engage Media is killing it. We've got some really, really good people in the corporate side of it, and we had our corporate meeting recently, and the brands aren't going anywhere. They're doing really, really well. Just because we're pushing digital doesn't mean print's going anywhere. So I don't want anybody to be afraid to subscribe or anything like that for like a 3-year book. It's going to be around. It's going to stick around. But as far as the Builder's Guide, to be honest with you, we have in Engage Media, we have from Diesel World to Knives Illustrated to all kinds of home books and Atomic Ranch and all these other different books. C10 Builder's Guide outperforms every one of them, and it's just crazy to see the passion that the community brings month after month, or I guess quarterly for this case, but essentially month after month. And now that we're bringing it online, and the subscriptions they're doing really cool giveaways and sales and different types of deals that you can do. I just want people to understand and realize that the print books, they're here. Don't be afraid to subscribe. It's the best deal that you could possibly get. You don't have to go chasing around for it out in the stands, and you're going to get it in your in your mailbox every month for 3 years, and you can stay up to date with everything. It's really cool.
Keep it up. We love it. I just got my latest issue 2 days ago, a little Dodge on the front, and that was super cool. So keep the variety coming, keep the quality coming. We look forward to Street every month, and then quarterly, like you said, the Builder's Guide. Nicole, thank you for letting me steal Chris here. You guys drive safe, have fun, and I'll see you. I'll be out there Monday, and then obviously all week. So again, safe travels to you guys. I can't wait to follow the journey. Hopefully I'll get this out tomorrow, and we'll keep the buzz going.
Thanks.
Yeah, man.
You out there, travel safe for you also.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, guys. Awesome. Thank you. Hey guys, I use precision replacement parts on my builds because I demand quality and I demand precision. If you want the best weather stripping, demand precision. PRP.com. It's that easy. PRP.com. Seriously, check this out. OEM designed parts. It's easy to install, and you have a lifetime warranty. Everything from windshield seals, rear window seals, door seals, roof rail seals, vent window seals, beltline molding, glass run channels, trunk seals, hood decal. You need it, they've got it. They also have their vent window refurbishing program. You send in your wing windows, and they send them back, and they're completely rebuilt, disassembled, sandblasted, painted, and they replace and install new weather stripping, new glass, and handles. Talk about quality, talk about precision, and that's why I use Precision Replacement Parts. PRP.com. And follow them on social media as well. You know, I've been buying my truck parts from Brothers for over 20 years now. BrothersTrucks.com. Anything you need from 47 to 87 Chevy and GMC restoration parts. The cool thing about Brothers, they've updated their website. Super user-friendly, but they're more than just truck parts. They also offer a killer monthly newsletter, which really honestly goes into all kinds of things within the scene, a little bit in-depth. Sometimes I contribute, and so do many others. Talks about new videos that they have out, new tech, new parts that are on the horizon, and other current events in the scene. So get online, BrothersTrucks.com, get yourself the latest catalog, and sign up for the monthly newsletter. It includes restoration tips, videos, hot forum topics, event info, and so much more. So if you want to stay as current as possible, sign up for the catalog and get your Brothers monthly newsletter. It's that easy. BrothersTrucks.com, BrothersTrucks.com. All right, that went good. Now let's see if we can get Stafford to pick up. He's driving. He shouldn't be too far behind those guys. And it's ringing, so let's see what happens here. Hello, this is Chuck McGillicuddy. I'm with the Texas Rangers. I'm looking for Chris Stafford of Stafford's Garage. What the hell, doggy?
Oh, you know, hauling ass through the night.
Hauling ass, kicking ass, and
80 or so.
I tell you what, you get a damn, son, because you made it, bro. You're on the road. I mean, I've got you recording right now. So tell the audience, literally, you were sending me pictures last night that you were tearing into your motor.
Yeah, we had everything in, finished up, fired up, ready to go put some test miles on it before we left, and we spun a cam bearing. So with the help of some friends, I yanked the motor back out, convinced my buddy at the machine shop to stay open late, and press out some cam bearings, press some new ones in 10 o'clock last night. By the way, the machine shop was half an hour from my house, so I had to drive there and back. Come back, rebuild the motor, again, crunk it up, and we had a lifter tap. Then we had to pull the passenger side head back off. New head gasket, new head bolts, new lifters, put all that back on, and by that time, it was late as shit. So we zero test miles. After we got the valve cover back on, got it fired back up, we didn't have any noise, literally threw our bags in it and hit the road. And we made our first stop in Lafayette late last night, got there midnight, and then jumped up this morning, met Popeye and them over at his shop, and rolled out. Been on the road all day today. We had some tuning issues. Well, first we had some brake issues. Brakes were grabbing, so we had to adjust the brake pedal rod. Worked through that. Back on the road. Stopped off to see old Sam Miller. He does all the tuning for our boys over at Arc Light Fab, Aaron and them. So Jonathan got me hooked up with him. We stopped. He put a quick tune on the truck, and we're back on the road. Just finally made it out of all the evening traffic on the west side of Fort Worth. And we're going to stop in Amarillo tonight and get some rest, get up in the morning and hit it again.
It's remarkable. I mean, so literally last night at this time, you were putting the motor back together, correct? I mean, if not 24 hours, 28 hours ago.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's crazy.
That's what was happening.
About how far do you think you're behind? You think you're about, 8 hours behind? You're trying to kind of make up? I mean, in a perfect world, you would have wanted to leave a little earlier yesterday on Wednesday, and now we're here Halloween. But really, you're going to be in Amarillo, and then you're going to make the trip from Amarillo early morning all the way over to Vegas tomorrow.
Yes. We're going to drive 12 hours tomorrow.
Cool. Truck's running good now?
Yep. Truck is running great. Got good temperature, good oil pressure. Man, she's driving like a dream. Couldn't ask for nothing. I think it's a good combination of luck and some good help. I had some good help. And the sheer determination and, from I wasn't willing to quit, and neither were any of the guys that were helping me. Everybody wanted to see us there. So literally, if one person had not did their part, because we had to get parts. That's the other thing. The biggest thing we bought, completely rebuilt the motor, but nobody keeps, cam bearings in stock and head bolts and head gaskets and all that shit. So I literally had 3 or 4 people drive from 3 or 4 different cities and bring us cam bearings and head gaskets and head bolts and all of that. If one of those guys hadn't been willing to do that or make that happen, this thing would be on a trailer right now.
Yeah, how do you do that? What's the reach? Social media? How are you making that happen?
The guys that come from all over were guys from my club, Severtide. Billy Chasson, our chapter president, drove 2 hours to bring me a set of cam bearings. Jeremy Hebert, one of our petitioners, drove from 3 hours to bring us a head gaskets, head bolts, and some rod end bearings and stuff. And I don't know, guys, man, them guys. I got a buddy, Shane Kraft. He owns a shop called Kraft Automotive. I don't know if y'all ever saw that rendering Night Train. It's like a single cab black dually, 60s model truck. That's his. But he shut his whole shop down yesterday. Literally, not a penny came in his shop yesterday, and he worked all day with us side by side, and the day before to get the motor in and out and rebuilt, put back together. Him and Jeremy and Billy and some guys from BCD Customs stopped in and helped. We had probably 10 dudes in the shop. Another buddy of mine, Michael Joe Keller, helped us identify the lifter issue and get that figured out. It's amazing. It's amazing what we can do when we come together in the automotive industry and help one another out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, it's remarkable. It's a little bit, kind of like roadkill. You put the word out. People want to help, and they want to see other people, especially fans of you, fans and friends and club members. They know what you're doing, and that's a cool thing. I'm not in a club, but that's a cool thing about any type of fraternity or group of people. For me, it's the fire department. If I make a call, people want you to succeed. So good for you, good for your crew, good for your club. And, you're getting it done, bro. It's awesome. You're making it happen. A few hours out of Amarillo, you guys will be on the 40 all day tomorrow. That sun will be behind you. You guys are going to have an awesome, awesome drive tomorrow.
I look forward to it. I look forward to getting out of Texas.
Yeah, getting over to New Mexico, getting up a little higher country. It's pretty. The views, obviously, take it all in. Now, are you able to get caught up on some sleep as you drive? As somebody, I can't remember if somebody's with you driving. I think you said you had a few different people.
No, my buddy, the owner of the truck,
yeah.
Slade, he's riding shotgun with me. He's been letting me cruise and drive it while we work out the kinks, but. Now that it's all good, he'll probably take over sometime, probably tomorrow, and then I'll just probably crash out and get some sleep. But probably won't get much sleep tonight, because knowing me, I'm probably going to want to tinker on the truck when we get to Amarillo and not go to sleep.
Yeah.
Freak like that.
It's funny, how much sleep you're in a 1963 C10, and you obviously want to enjoy the views and the scenery. Now, did you hook up with Ben Dollar in Amarillo, or did you find some people out there to hook up with?
I did text Ben today. I'm actually going to hit him up here in a little bit, see if he's going to be around when we pull in. There are a few things I'd like to look at on the truck. And and if he's willing to hang out that late, then but I have made contact with him. If he's willing to hang out that late, then we will definitely swing by and check out Bent and knock out a few little things we want to do on the truck. And that'd be awesome if he's willing to hang out. But if not, he did open his doors to us. Told us he'd be willing to help us any way he can. From what I can tell, pretty super solid dude.
100%. Yeah, he's a cop, so he has crazy hours, and a lot of times he posts at night. So I assume he'll be ready for you and help. However, just like we, talked about earlier, with your friends and your fraternity and the club and the people, they want to help each other. So again, I did talk to Chris Hamilton right before I called you. Good luck with everything, and I'll be texting you, checking in for the C10 community. Obviously, hopefully I can post this out. We're all behind you. Get this out tomorrow. I'm getting ready to head out the door for some trick-or-treating with the kids, but good luck with everything, and a lot of essentially for me, it's like a mad respect. I've been in your shoes, not replacing the motor the night before, but it's just a journey, and I'm again, my hat's off to you guys for making it happen, bro.
We're going to keep on keeping on.
Okay, brother. If you need anything, let me know, and safe travels to you guys. I hope you pick up more people along the way. Good luck tonight, and happy Halloween, bro. I'll see you in a couple days.
All right, man. Later.
That's all, folks.